Okay, viewers, MikeMoneyGMR here. We're back with more Top Gear Rally. Let's show off. As you saw, we didn't do really well in the last one. Let's move on to Coastline. Sure, what the hell. It's not like we're gonna win anyway. Yep. Coastline is very fun. Probably one of my favorites. Not sure, we'll give this car a try. Usually I want to do that, but, you know, whatever. It's not like it's a big deal. In fact, I think this is one of the cars that I didn't really like. Oh, and by the way, probably should put something about this, but if you have motion sickness, you may not want to play this game because the camera is, like, so bad when you can't even control it, you know, that you'll probably get sick real fast unless you take some Dramamine or whatever the hell it's called. So keep that in mind as well. Now the reason why this level is so easy to win, in my opinion, on the championship is because the other players will not take the shortcuts. So you can take the shortcuts and get ahead a little bit, as long as you don't run into the wall like I usually do when I first played. If you do that, you will actually find yourself winning a lot easier. Of course, the problem is this shortcut right here, skip it. In most cases, it'll actually cost you positions, then it will help you out. I don't really know as to why, but it just seems that whenever I try taking that, you know, shortcut, by the time you actually get over to where the opening is, you're already in like 1 or 2 places behind where you were before. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. But of course, you know, at the same time, it's a straight shot while they're taking like a curvy road. So that's why you're probably thinking, interesting, you know. I like the sound effects of when you hit something. It's kind of funny because when you hit another car, it sounds like a clapping sound instead of more of like a metal on metal. But at the same time, it also sounds like, you know, something straight out of, like it's kind of interesting how when you hit a wall, it sounds more like a thump. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. It would be like a big crunch sound. So like sound effects are kind of silly, but the music is awesome in my opinion. The gameplay for the most part is decent. I mean, of course, you know, like, you know, people who would ask, is it replayable? After you've beaten everything, no, not really, because if you finish everything, by the time you finish everything, it'll be a long time. And afterwards, you'll just find yourself being like, ugh. You know, I don't know why, it just feels like that to me. Of course, you know, don't give up on it. Don't be like, well, if there's no replayability, I'm not going to buy it because of that. Well, don't, then, like, that's just like a really, like, I'm trying to think of, like, the nicest way of putting it. I'm just gonna be honest, a stupid way of, like, a stupid decision. It's like, that'd be like saying I'm not gonna buy like Grand Theft Auto game because it doesn't really have much replayability when you think about it. So once you finish all the quests, that's pretty, well, not quests, missions, you're done, you know, it's like, and then if you play through it again, you just have to do it again, and that's like repetitive. And so that would suck, you know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, here, you can kind of enjoy seeing like the different cars when you race and see which one may have done better for you when you raced. Like after you completely finish the game and 100% it and all that, you can just go through again and play with other cars and see. But I mean, sure, it'll be the same thing, but it will kind of change how you feel about the game as well, you know, in my opinion. Also, there's little cool things like that too in one player mode. You can see a plane take over the coastline as well. Only map that I know of that actually has something like that. The other ones I don't really know if they had anything special in them because I haven't really played through them that much. As I was saying before, this is the only map that I've managed to get a first place on, or at least close to it. The other ones I just have a lot of trouble. I think on the first time I did Jungle, I got, let me just show this real quick. I think I got at least like 5th place, but I didn't get anything higher than that. Because it's like really hard. And on Desert, the highest I got was I think 10th because of just the way that the road is like so rocky and stuff, so it's really easy to flip your car and stuff. Let's show off curse got me 4th place, that's alright. Now if you're wondering how well is the replay value in this, like the actual instant replays, how good are they? Not really good. Like they had this random camera throughout the entire thing which you really can't like control that much. Like you can hit buttons and like mess with it a little bit, but you're not really gonna see a whole lot. Especially like in this version, because then it just kind of flips the camera everywhere and doesn't really stay with it, like, you know. So it's just like whatever. Anyway, so there's that. So our points so far is 3. We need how much again? I don't even remember. I think it's like 15 or so. Yeah, 12 actually. So we would have to get yeah, it's impossible. We would have to get like, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's only 8. So actually, it might work if we get first place on this somehow. Let's see. We can try our best at least. But like I said, this level is really difficult in the rain. So still has the best music in the game though, in my opinion. Though I haven't played the other levels after this. Ah, fuck. I love that sound whenever your tires just skid on the dirt. It's just like really realistic and really nice. Of course, the sound effects of skidding on anything in this game is about the same. It's all going to be like a dirt on tire, just kind of skid. Like I said before, like even on asphalt it's going to make that sound. But you can't blame it for that. I mean, like, you look at the later editions of racing games, like, you know, Gran Turismo, like, I always like to bring that up because it's one of my favorite racing games right now. Whenever they go from dirt to asphalt, if they do at all, the traction changes drastically, and the sound effects change too. But in this game, they didn't have that. They had to just kind of deal with what they were given, you know? What was the game I was playing recently? Oh yeah, I started playing Cruising Across the World, or Cruising the World, whatever you want to call it. And I was actually looking for Cruising the USA the first time, and they didn't have it in the store I bought, the games I bought at. But at least had Cruising the World, so I bought that. And that game, its drifting is ridiculous. I tried it just to see what it did, And you'll drift, yes, and it looks really awesome. But then it's like, how do you get out of it? That's the funny thing. I was like, I don't know how to stop the drift, so I crashed into a wall while I was drifting. Which made the whole thing ridiculous, because in this game all you have to do is let go of the accelerator and you kind of drift. You know, oh, this is not going to go well. Yeah, we're definitely not getting first place this time around, but hopefully we can at least get like second or third if possible. But you know, you kind of have to be able to do like flawless driving to be able to catch up to these guys, because that's what they do, is flawless driving. Oh, a little bit of an update while I'm at it. I haven't played Dark Cloud at all in like, I would have to say like 2 weeks. And before you ask why, it's just like I haven't been motivated at all to do the grinding that is required, nor have I like found myself wanting to play that game. Beyond that, you know, it's just like, I could, you know, play this awesome game, and what in the fuck happened there? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know why I just did that. Now my eye hurts because I think I got a little bit of like garlic salt in it. Ugh. You know, have you ever ate something salty and then like think you washed your hands really well, but then like you go to touch your eye and it just like stings like hell, and you're like, and then you realize that there was salt in your hand still, and you're like, what the fuck? You know, that's what happened to me a lot. That's what happens to me a lot. It's ridiculous. Definitely not an experience I would wish upon anybody, because it's just horrible. Another thing I guess I can mention, you know how in most games the harder you press the acceleration button, the faster you go? I don't think that is true for this game, though I won't lie, I tend to hit the button hard whenever I decide to, you know, start accelerating again. So you never know. That was that really annoying turn. There we go, made it. You know what I love about skidding in games? It's just so much fun to like tilt the controller stick back and forth to kind of maintain your skid in just a way that you want it to, so you don't go flying off the road. It's a lot of fun, especially like in Mario Kart and stuff like that. Getting the perfect drift in the game and all that. Oh, stay back there, you dumbass. At least I'm getting some points, but not a whole lot. It's really hard to stay in the middle of this tunnel, though, I won't lie. Especially when you can't see. Despite the torches that are in there. By the way, I picked up a lot more awesome games that I will hopefully be able to let's play soon. Not sure when, especially since I haven't finished any of my let's plays right now. I was hoping to do some today, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. 6th place. Yeah, a whole whopping 4 points. We are amazing. Anyway, though, that's that, you know. I guess since we have time, I can show off arcade version real quick. Oh, wrong button. As you can see, in arcade version, you choose the level. We'll do desert, and then you can adjust how many laps the area has. I'm gonna just do 3. We'll do sunny desert. And let's see, what other cars do we have? This one has the highest max speed. Let's use the CE though. I think I did change the paint on this, but I'm not really gonna bother because I think if you save a whole bunch of decals, you end up taking a bunch of space on your game pack, so you don't want to do that. Or in this case, my memory card. Damn, dumbass! That dick would not stop hitting me, so I got hit into the wall. How in the hell am I first already? That's ridiculous. Oh well, let's not, you know, stay on that for too long. I don't know how many players there are in arcade. I don't know if there's less or more than championships, so I can't tell you that. But basically, as you can tell, it's just the same thing, just with checkpoints. Though, funny thing about checkpoints is there's no timer. And that's what checkpoints are usually for, is like saying, you know, oh no, there it is, there's a timer, okay, never mind. You know, a timer that says, you know, when you run out, the race is over because you failed to get to the next checkpoint. I'm used to it being right in the middle of the screen, that's why I thought there wasn't one. And I'm sorry I'm belching so much. When I eat pizza and drink soda, it makes me belch like crazy. But thankfully I didn't have any indigestion, you know, like I usually do where I'm hiccuping like crazy and sounding like I'm dying. This didn't have that, you know. Yeah, I don't think I ever played arcade either. My dad said when he used to play this game, he would not play it the way I'm playing it. What he would do is he would play by using like brake all the time, you know, instead of trying to focus on using the drifting technique that I learned, because we didn't know how to do that before. And so we would just like slam on the brakes until the, you know, car kind of like coasted, you know, more or less around a corner. I won't lie though, I kind of think of the movie Cars whenever I think of drifting. It's just so funny. Oh god, I just lost control of the car. Oh, we just got first place again. I wish there was a way to see behind you without changing it to the rear view mirror mode, but there's really not, so I don't know if there is more than one person I'm against right now, you know. The funny thing though about arcade is it is 2 players, so you could play this with a friend, you know. Of course, like I said before, if you do, know that you will instantly have the problem of, having to play on anything but sunny. At least that's what I've noticed. Like I said, I don't know if it's always that way or not, but it seems to always be that way. It might be because I somehow unlocked sunny that I can now. Damn. I hit that same goddamn wall. That is so funny. Not really, but interesting, you know. There doesn't seem to be anybody behind me. Of course, that cost me speed because I had to stop what I was doing. I'm going to show you the bottom path just to show you the difference. Even though it probably will cost me in the end as well, because he's going to be up there owning ass, you know. That's pretty much the main difference right there. Yep. Whoa. You know, the crashing animation, I must admit, is kind of the same as cruising. Because in cruising, when you hit something, your car kind of like stops, like dead stops, and then spins out at the same time. It's like, what? Because it auto turns you around to the front after you wreck, you know? So then it like takes a moment for it to do that, and it kind of has to totally readjust the car. It's so funny. Anyway, though, as I said already, like I really can't like commentate on any more thing about this game. Just know that this game is very awesome. It has its little moments here and there, and it's kind of like the diamond in the rough type thing, you know, where it's just like, as they say, where it's just something that you don't expect it to be. You know, 100% amazing, and so it's not, of course. So since you go in with that attitude, you're like, well, hey, you know, it's not that bad, you know, it's just, there's some major things that make you kind of dislike it, you know, the weird ass handling, the the effects that you have. But yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this, even though I made it probably look terrible, especially during this last bit here. But yeah, game that I'd highly recommend you try out sometime if you ever decide to. And also you know, just whenever you find yourself wondering about a game, you know, just kind of ask yourself, you know, what, I need a racing game and I want something new. If you find, or you know, if you find yourself telling yourself that, try this out. If you find yourself in a store that sells N64 games, try finding this and picking it up. It'll be worth it, trust me. Anyway, that's that, viewers. Till then, bye.